Music, please. Let's do this.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is the time. I know that Greener of Time comes along. We've got like games like Doom, Halo, baby. I love Doom. God of War. And then there's other games that come along that define a generation, define a style of game. And there's only one that I can think of that has recently come out that needs to be talked about. And I'm talking about none other than...
I want to hear the reviews from my kids, friends' kids, children, guys that not from the guys who sit around and the job is just review stuff.
I guess that means we can't review it then. I guess.
Wait. What Shaq actually meant was he doesn't want anybody to review Shaq Fu. He only wants the layman to review Shaq Fu.
Ah, yeah.
So, baby, it's on like Donkey Kong.
Cacti, what do you think?
Fuck off.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're very excited now. We've seen the comment sections. Everyone's like, where the fuck is this review? Well, here it is, baby. I'm telling you now.
Here. We're finally ready.
I know that reviewers only give 5 out of 5 or 10 out of 10 or 100 out of 100, but today I feel like we might be stepping over that. I feel like, is there such a way to give a review that's above the 10 out of 10? We will find out.
I really feel just full of regret today because I recently said that God of War was the game of the generation, and it was just so clear that I blew my load, like I went too far. Sam knows about this problem really well. It happens to him all the time, but for me, it's a new phenomenon, and I just don't know how to process the idea.
I reckon this guy has plenty of problems.
I don't know how to process the reality that Shaq Fu is clearly the defining game of our generation, and I can't say that now.
Now, as we review this, we're going to make sure that we keep our shit together, because last time we talked about this game, we had a little bit of an issue.
Hey, must stop using the motto, this time we won't foo it up. Luckily, Thick Boy is not here today.
Thank God. There's enough room to breathe in the room. He's not here.
But he will be back tomorrow, by the way, for our E3 predictions
video. He may be
video.
here, he may be not. We will keep you hanging. At the moment, we've just got Cacti, and we all know how friendly Cacti is.
Very friendly.
If I wanted to hear two pieces of shit talking, I'd fart.
Shaq Fu.
Shaq Fu.
We played this game. I mean, if you can say play, can you say play when it's an experience like this? I don't know. I'm not sure. I generally don't know if that's the right word.
It's okay. If I was to liken it to anything, when you played Mario,
64.
No. Before that, Mario jumping 2D. You're like, oh my god, this is pretty cool, Mario.
Mario jumping, got it.
Mario jumping, of course.
I loved Mario jumping.
And then you go to Mario 64. You're like, whoa.
Double rainbow.
My whole life's changed. Like, it's a different experience. You actually understand now that the video game genre has moved forever.
Totally.
That's kind of what you expect now when you're playing Shaq Fu. Let's go more firstly into the story itself. If you've seen Shawshank Redemption, The
Dark Knight,
Godfather, stuff like that, things that really touch on big questions about society.
Gone with the Wind.
Yeah, Gone with the Wind, very deep concept. Yeah, exactly right, guys. This is what you're going to be expecting from Shaq Fu. Let's cut now to show you some of the dialogue of what to expect from this wonderful game.
Taco.
Drop the taco, Candy.
How did you find me? No matter. I'll twerk you into next month. Who's that Pokemon?
Yen Lo Wang has a diabolical plan.
I'm sorry, I wasn't fast enough.
The Oscar goes to
Shaquille O'Neal.
I think one of the biggest legacies of Shaq Fu will be the way that it rewrites the comedic rulebook. I just think it'll be studied as a text for years to come with regards to the way it delivers jokes, the depth of those jokes, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, consider this joke, for example.
Guan Yu will finish you off! He better have big hands!
Now, I'm not sure, because it's very subtle.
I don't know if people got that, but he was actually talking about his penis.
That's right, it was.
Just if no one got that?
Yeah, it's suggesting that he has a very big penis.
I don't know, like, it's hard to know exactly if that's what he's saying.
You're right, I'm sorry.
It's
I jumped to conclusion.
Yeah, he's jumping to conclusion. It's also, I think there's a few, like, undertones then of, like, talking about, like, current society, the economic system. There's all this kind of stuff that he's talking about in that joke.
Look, the combat in Shaq Fu, it's I think one of the biggest innovations that it brings to the table is it asks, why should we have more than one button for combat?
I agree.
It's sort of like, let's just have one button that does everything.
Pretty much, yeah.
And everything else is redundant. What's the point of more buttons? What's the point of all that complexity when you can just hit one button all the time?
It's also revolutionized the way that you will fight on a platform. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a certain area you have to kill,
No, you're right.
a certain type of enemy,
Never
and
seen
they're
that.
very detailed enemies. Wow, it looks like it's like an Unreal 4 engine. It's just
think,
absolutely amazing. And then it actually makes you move to another portion, like it pushes you
Scrolls
along.
across.
And there's this
I think that's
arrow
the
in the
word.
corner, right, that tells you to go that way. It's It's really something.
The enemy design is also, I think, really inspired. You have guys with hats.
Yep.
You have guys that are not wearing a shirt.
Yes.
And I think the other thing as well is, one thing we see in this genre very often is co-op play, where two players can play at once on the same screen.
Yeah.
And I think one of the greatest innovations of Shaq is that it says we don't need that. We don't need to let more than one person on a screen. We have Shaq already. Why the fuck would you need anything more than Shaq? So there's no co-op.
So true. I just feel like, the story is so in-depth. It's so revolutionary. Everything that's put in front of you, it doesn't have room for another person on that screen in terms of there's enough
not.
innovation just with Shaq Fu
Totally.
that there's just not enough room for anyone else.
I agree.
To be honest. And I think the price point especially, they're charging $70 Australian for Shaq Fu.
Yep.
Personally, I think it should be closer to $200, $300 for this experience. You are getting about 5 hours.
It is about 5 hours end to end. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I would happily pay $100 per hour for
I would
quality
too.
like this. Like, if they charge me $500, I would actually be okay with that.
I agree. I
So-
think, when you play a game like this, it changes your way of thinking forever.
Yep.
And Shaq, we just would love to say that, man, you know how to pick 'em, man. This is the game to back. This is definitely the game to back.
Totally.
The original Shaq Fu revolutionized the way that games are made, and this one has done it again.
Did you see that bit where you're a cactus?
No, I didn't actually.
You just actually put on a cactus suit, and then you're a cactus, and you run around shooting people with cactus needles for like 10 minutes.
That's all you do.
That's it.
Justice reigns from above.
Next week we're going to go to E3, but we've decided to cancel that trip because now that we've experienced Shaq Fu, there's really no point in experiencing any other video games. Any other type of content that we might have done on this channel in the future is now going to be replaced with Shaq Fu.
It's this weekly update to Shaq Fu?
It is, yeah. Also, don't forget that there's Barack and Kanye DLC.
There actually is.
Where you can play as Barack Fu and Kanye Fu.
Barack Fu.
I really think that they're just trying to get sued.
I think so, because that's
they
the
get
best
some
way
notoriety.
that's the best way to get your brand out there, to get your product out there, to
get sued by Kanye.
Get sued, baby. That's what you need.
That's right. Anyway, Shaq Fu is out now at a totally reasonable
price,
Australian dollars for 5 hours of gameplay, no co-op, lots of missing animations, extremely repetitive enemies,
and very like toilet humor, which is
super toilet
right
humor.
up our alley. Really,
Absolutely.
we love
Basically
it.
our whole channel.
Yeah, and Cactus loved it too.
Let's do this. Reborn, rip some ass.